Can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me?
Oh, Barbara, I can hear you.
Papa,
Oh, I
can
can
you
see you
feel
now.
me?
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Have you ever considered
I can't.
you can't hear me?
You can't hear me?
I can
Oh,
hear
hold
you.
on.
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, it says I'm in there.
No one has a problem.
No, I can't hear you. Damn it! I was just in Zoom though,
I have a
and
feeling
it
Tim Hall
was
is going to ask for a
fine.
bump.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna
You wait till Tim
leave it.
Hall comes back because I'm giving him all of the files from
These
these shows,
subtitles.
and I'm going to be
I'm
like,
gonna
"Hey,
hop back
fix."
in. Recording in progress. I can hear you now.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got
This
some
is
audio
another
issues.
episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. You follow me at Mr. Brian Sturges, Brian Sturges Comedy. Cliff Beach Music at Black Cliff Beach. Timothy Hall _ archery. Has anyone confirmed what that is? The other one there, Timothy Hall Music. And Hazy Fox and Timmy P. And all the other little boys and girls that live down the lane. Hello. I have a van full of candy. Now, I'm a veteran, so I can't possibly. It's a new character. Okay. And we've begun. You really,
On the
you
registry.
want to hop in there, save my
On the
balls at any
registry?
time?
Oh, well, my balls, of course. You know what they say? They say your balls are mighty small. Best to have small balls than no balls at all.
German Shepherd once told me that. Hey, can you hear me? Now, let's acknowledge the fact that I clearly should have hired someone else to do this, right? So I can't hear if this sounds any good, right? So every week when we're done, it's a little fun thing of like, oh, I shouldn't have done that thing again and done that again. So
It's better. It's better.
better. What's
It's
better?
not
It's
clipping
better
like it was
through.
last time.
Yes, I
Yeah, yeah,
tried.
yeah.
You know what it is? The Apple Air Pod Pro technology has not gotten up to the level of Unnecessary Talk. It can't handle unprofessional podcasts such as this. Cliff
Yeah,
Beach.
you got that angry Dennis Leary smoking cigarettes in TV commercial.
I do. Well, you know what? That might bring us into something I wanted to talk about, which isn't on my list actually. But you
Anger
had
management?
mentioned. What the fuck? What does that mean? Huh?
Hey, that's not no $5 whore. You can't choke it like that.
Sorry. I have both of my
Yes.
great aunts were prostitutes, so I have these weird.
Yes. You saw the Mulan musical as well?
Look what you made me do to you. Mr. Sturges here. Check Exhibit A here. Let's see. Unnecessary Talk, episode 83. You seem to be choking out at a shit. Son of a bitch! I don't know what you're talking. No, I don't have. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear if any of that was audible.
Oh, it was definitely audible.
We're trying to get off Zoom, but honestly, it makes the most sense. However, looks like crap, sounds like crap. Just a kind of a hot dookie shoot of podcast. Almost an unnecessary. Why are you shimmying? Why are you shimmy, y'all? Let's all shimmy break. Okay.
It looks good, but that's all we can do.
Okay. This son of a. What if we? Yes. Take this moment for UNT mugs. Look at that. Look who got a surprise at their door this week. You did. You mentioned you didn't have a mug, huh? You're a real. See you next Tuesday, buddy. Tim should take that room in which he uses to record people, and he should turn that into the studio. Because he has people. Because here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to tell people where I live due to some
I get it.
crazy people. So, and he has people at his home studio. So why can't we have that there?
You have to run it up the flagpole.
You said that I'm an asshole. What did you son of a bitch?
Yes. You're the asshole. Tim is the straight guy. that's kind of like he's the cuckold, really. And then
he's the cuckold of the group.
and then I am I'm the black one. I'm the wild card black one, ethnic, and
you are the
and a little
ethnic
fruity,
wild card,
and a little fruity if needed. So I think that covers.
The doctors say you need a little bit of fruit in your mouth every day.
Well, doctor told me if you ain't had your nuts cracked right, you ain't had a really good night.
I hope you're going through insurance. I hope there's some sort of medical trail.
Well, I see the doctor 3 at a time. It's an HMO, and he said I'm healthy as a camel. Which
I think you forgot a letter.
That's
Can I buy a vowel?
Naggers. I think that's what you're thinking.
Just naggers.
I think that's good. I think the characterization, it gives people consistency. I think having certain segments that people can depend on is good, like the TikTok.
Yeah, the white banana said she's going to start. I don't know. I'm just trying
white banana.
Yeah, that's the nickname for our new segment producer.
Your penis?
No, please don't confuse the two. Please, she watches these. I'd like to apologize, and please do not sue me. Please.
You can get your penis rated on several websites.
Really?
Just putting it out there. Yeah,
like penisrate.com?
Yeah.
Have you done it?
I haven't done it, but I've read some of the reviews.
I'm just here for the articles.
What do you think the audience wants to hear? Like from the people you
Something
like.
Else.
What do people want?
Anything else?
Like timing.
Like anything else.
But I think don't the people you watch, don't they go more topical about things that people are writing about, thinking about, searching for at the time?
Well, that's what I said to the white banana. I said, listen, if we're going to start batching, doing 2 at a time.
Does she know that you're calling her that? Is that what she picked as a name?
No, I picked that name for her. She's the white banana. What's the problem? Yeah.
When you say it like that, I don't. Are you trying to say that she's an Asian person that's white on the inside?
Am I? See, I don't see color, Cliff. I don't see color.
Do I?
Unless I'm getting pulled over, then I'm like, hi, my name is Doug Latterman. Yes. How are you?
Oh, I have my insurance.
How are you, officer?
Right behind my white privilege card.
Yes, I'd like to go ahead. I think it's just called a NRA card. I think that's pretty much it. You just
for sure.
Hey, officer. Here's the difference between white people and black people. Here's basically white people, they say hello to the officer. They're like, "Hello, officer. How are you today? Are you having a nice day?"
Well, white people will bleed and die for Amendment 1 and Amendment 2. I'm around Amendment 13. That's where we come in.
Yeah, well, I blame Woodrow Wilson for letting women vote. Once that happened. And you know what's worse than a stuck-up bitch is one of these temperance bitches. You know what I mean? Like one of these turn of the centuries, no alcohol. Oh, my God, you become a temperance person. That's you.
No, but it is true, though. I mean, women have had to fight for rights for many years. Many years, It's like they had to pin their penmanship. They had to put pen names on their men's names, because they just didn't get respect otherwise.
Fuckerton.
But look at like Mary Shelley. She wrote Frankenstein. Like her husband and the other people, no one wrote a better thing than a woman in the 1800s. So
yeah. Well, and don't forget Frankenstein was the doctor, people. Frankenstein was the doctor. It's Frankenstein's monster. You remember this Abbott and Costello's when they did all the haunted ones, and they had the mummy one, they had the Dracula one.
Oh yeah.
See, that was the day when you had a tall, skinny guy and a short, fat guy, and they were like, you could do anything in comedy.
Yeah, because you've covered everything.
So, what do you think of these? I guess women. I don't want to add a sex to it, but basically celebrities who are known as the fat person. And then they're like, I'm going to go eat some chicken breast. And then they come out a year later and they're being hot, but they still got fat guy body or gal body. Because their body, it's temporary. You got to look at the head, right? You're like, oh, you're Hollywood skinny, right? But it's going to, kind of Kelly Clarkson its way to middle America. Love you, Kel. I watch you every day.
Yeah. Like Paula Deen, everything has butter, ever has things between. Julia Child.
I never had a problem with you know what I mean? It's just that, when like frying meats and your political views just kind of come together on.
We should pull up clips of that trial. I watched a little bit and it was just like, why didn't she have people that were like, just answer very short questions and do not talk about these specific points. Like it's like, oh yeah, like we just had a plantation party and I just dressed them up. Nope, nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yes.
Did you ever use the N word? Well, I might have. Nope, I never used it. Just,
right. Lie better. Just lie. Just.
Well, you know, I was young. I was in my 20s. Nope. Just I never did it. You know.
Well, yeah. So how far back can one go to forgive? If you were like a teenage Nazi, I feel like you could grow out of it. But
well, that's the thing.
If you're a 45-year-old Nazi, you're probably in it pretty deep.
Well, that's the thing. All we have is cancel culture. There is no culture of forgiveness.
Can't cancel me. Can't cancel me. Good luck finding any project I've ever been in. You could work for the NSA. You couldn't find 90% of the things that I've done in my IMDb.
Yeah, like you love Dire Straits, right? The little faggot with the earring and the makeup. You can't make that song.
Well, I didn't particularly say that was my favorite line. Just because I like the finger stylings of Mark Knopfler doesn't mean I'm anti-LGBTQIA plus. Is that still it? Is that still it?
Or maybe it's cold outside now. They redo the lyrics. You know what I mean? You can't go back and put a 2022 lens on what people said in the past because people do evolve and society changes and the way you think about things changes. So you can't judge somebody on yesterday's information because that's the information and what they had at that time. You know, now there's other things, the sex trafficking, which is another form of slavery. It didn't really go away.
This comedy podcast is really going down a line.
No, but I'm saying I think with that, we need to allow to be able to talk about things in a comedy perspective. Because comedy now is limited. As soon as you say something as a comedian, you could be canceled, or someone's going to pull up your Twitter from 5 years ago and be like, cancel.
Oh my gosh. Listen, you will never see me on SNL, right? There is nothing that I could ever
Your lips to God's ear.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen unless I just run across the stage naked, ripping a picture of the Pope.
The Canadian version, I think you could do.
Yeah, SCTV. Remember that back? Yeah. Starring
Rick Moranis and all those people.
John Candy, yeah.
Yeah, John Candy.
Oh, yeah. But see, John Candy didn't lose a bunch of weight, right? You got who are the people that got all skinny?
He also died of a heart attack.
it's irrelevant. But take their what's that? So you got their who was the comedian there who's skinny?
Chris Farley.
No, he's dead too.
Rebel Wilson,
right?
She's a lesbian now too. The whole thing.
Is that what happens with weight loss? Does a fatty poofta give you?
Yeah, they're like, I lose weight, and then I found
the pathway to God.
Like, were they under you? Like a Hoarders episode, like a dead cat.
Yeah, I mean, good for her to being a lesbian, but I don't buy. It's good. You're gonna. It's just that you. It's like I got a buddy. He's a big fat guy, right? It's almost like a Pulp Fiction. You're like, the motherfucker Simone and what he's supposed to do, right? He's a big guy. He's lost the weight, but you know it's temporary. And there's nothing worse than a temporary fat guy who's lost 20 pounds. And he starts giving you advice. What's going on over there, bud? I feel like I've lost you. There's only two of us. You know what I mean? Like, you are the only other person that I'm looking at. This is why we need Tim Hall.
No, I was thinking about it. I was saying the thing is with like a Rebel Wilson, you lose the weight, you become a lesbian, they out you, whatever. It's okay. Like a woman can become a lesbian and there's not the stigma. But like a black man being gay, it doesn't come out the same. You don't have that space. Yes, I'm talking about it, but it's true. Like when I was growing up, a lot of gospel people are gay, right, in church, but you can't say it. Look like a Luther Vandross. You can't come out and say that shit. Or Little
Luther
Richard.
Vandross was gay?
Tribute. Pretty sure.
Wait.
Pretty sure.
Whoa, hold on. Okay. No, well, is that true? Was Luther Vandross?
Yes. If you look at interviews with him, they're like, "Oh, I hear you're dating someone." He's like,
"Got that dick in your mouth."
I don't owe you that. Like he never says chin nuts. You know, like that's his autobiography.
That's the young Asian boy he met on a sex tour of Kuala Lumpur.
People who knew him knew that. That's why he was always gaining weight and losing weight. And Little Richard,
because he was gay. So you're saying homosexuality contributes to heart disease?
I'm saying when you live,
eat all the bacon you want, straight guys. But you suck one dick and you're going to be found dead in probably a hotel in Washington.
When you live two faces psychologically, it's not good for you. But I'm just saying, like there is a stigma within the black community and specifically black males you don't have that same recourse. I mean, that's why people like Lil Nas X, they have to take on all this shit and be like, this is me fucking the devil, and this is me fucking in jail, because you have to show like the people give you shit for it. It doesn't
Little
come out
Nas
the
is
same.
gay?
Lil Nas X.
Wait. So
You know,
there's
Old
Little
Town
Nas.
Road.
Is it like Malcolm X, like Malcolm 10? Yeah, I went to see Malcolm X. I was like, where are the first 9 movies? Hey, that joke.
I'm gonna take my hoe to the Old Town
Oh,
Road.
that guy. Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah.
He's gay. Yeah. No doubt. That is one homosexual cowboy. Yeah. That.
Yeah, so I'm saying like, well, save a horse, you know. But you tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Come on.
A single.
I'm ready to make.
But,
Shimmy.
but no, I'm saying that is a difference. Like basically, like when the Me Too movement and stuff, you know, people are like, it's for white women. White women can get away with whatever. That's the movement. That's where they can just do whatever. So you want to be a lesbian, sure. You want to run for office, sure. Whatever.
You never see a truly attractive homeless woman. You see a woman who was once attractive, but you'll never see like a dime panhandling with a cup full of pencils. They always seem to find a way.
And then like trans women, like women are like, fuck you. They're like, they don't want them. They're like, you're not a woman. You're not having periods and menopause. Fuck you. That's how they feel. They don't say it, but they.
What do you think of that? Because now the fastest woman in the United States is trans. Like, what do you think of the trans people dominating the sports due to the physical difference of science?
Well, you know, they used to put asterisks. You know, they would put like your record.
Removed it, right? Fucking Gutenberg's just like I'm.
Well, they used to test your blood. I remember like one woman was like hermaphrodite or whatever, and they were like, we're gonna check you for Y chromosomes or whatever to contest her medal. This was like in the 90s. I keep up with the gay time.
with hermaphroditic Olympians.
It's a very small subset.
Are you collecting the pins?
But I mean,
my pin collection.
I mean, I think we have so many buckets now that people fall in. I mean, I say live how you want, be who you want, whatever. Now, I do have some things about children and like hormones and stuff in terms of if they should take them. I think you should have to wait because we don't know enough about the developing mind at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever. I feel like it affects you. Like you
I
might
agree with
like
that. Stop
like when I was
off at 8.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, I wore my grandma's high heels, but it wasn't because I wanted to be her. I just wanted to be taller. You know, just saying. And her floor length mink. Don't judge me. Don't you judge me, damn it.
No, I mean, I've dressed up like a woman for Halloween. I've done it, right? I've stuffed a bra. We've all done it. I've stuffed my crotch quite a bit lately. What I do is I go and I buy discount gray sweatpants and cucumbers.
But I think with a kid, like one day they're like, you know, they hear something from school or whatever, and they're like, you know, I'm gonna be a thing now or whatever. They don't know what it means. It's like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. You know, just let it go. Like
I just saw a video of a crazy mother, you know, like live streaming their children, and she's gay and wants her sons that she whatever to be gay, and she was live streaming, and then he just went off and he's just like, because you're forcing me to do this. I don't want to do any of this. Like basically he was just like, I'm gay because you're telling me. You're forcing me. She's like, what do you mean I'm forcing you? And he's like 7. He's like, well, because no matter what, you want me to be a part of this. So he's like people pleasing his gay parent because he wants to make her happy, but admitted that she's just forcing it down his throat, which sounded, I heard it as I was saying it, which doesn't make any sense because there's nothing to put down there. So
yeah. Well, that's the thing though. It's like what people don't realize is that you have confirmation bias. You're validating what you already believe. So you're looking for outside information to confirm your own biases. So you want the person to be gay because you want to be okay with being gay, but that's not the way it works. Just let them be who it is. And that it doesn't have to be, you know, if you had a kid and they were gay, you would love them the same. If you had a kid and they were black, that'd be a whole different
If I had a kid that turned black, like, what if like gay, like she just sits me down, Dad, I'm black. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm like, I identify as black now, right? Why can't you
well,
do
you
that?
remember that lady that did that? They were like,
Rachel
"Fuck no." Yeah, they were like,
the
"Fuck no."
Tholthenthal.
I'm trans race. They were like, "Fuck no, you
But why
can't do that."
not?
I don't know.
But I bet it would hit differently now because that was like 10
Oh
years
yeah.
ago.
But see, the thing is, like, they said she had a psychological issue, but you can't say that trans or gay or anything is psychological because then people get offended by that. We don't know
But
where the
don't they
anomaly
also
starts.
have the highest mental illness rates of suicide in
I
the
mean, probably,
United
but I
States?
think I think everybody. I think the thing is that we as people have to put things in boxes and label it. But really, if you just say it's a spectrum and just let everybody do whatever they want it, then it doesn't matter. I think society will change though. I think in 20, 30, 40 years from now, you'll see guys dating trans women and there'll be no stigma. Like people will be like, I can date a woman. I don't care if she started out that way. It doesn't matter
Interesting.
anymore.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, see, it's out right. Everything's a spectrum there. I don't know if in 20 years that's going to be a thing. I mean,
But it
who
does
knows?
evolve. Like there's a lot of interracial relationships, and that was like after the 50s, more prevalent.
Yeah, but that's still, I don't know. It's still like science, right? It's still like one has a penis, one has a vagina, and so I feel like I'm in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the early '90s. Remember Kindergarten Cop?
It's not a tumor.
That's not the line I was talking. It's not a tumor. Yeah. Well,
I was thinking more of like Total Recall.
Oh, the three. Yeah. Well, listen, we're very progressive here. I could give a shit. I judge you about who you are.
But trans comedy, does it exist? Are people talking about it? I'm sure it does. Okay.
It does. In fact, well, I know a trans comic who I performed with a handful of times, and I wanted to ask her to come on, but then I also feel like it's as like a bumbling straight white guy.
Oh, you
I'm
finally
interested
admitted.
to have her on, but then I also don't want to feel like I'm only inviting her because of it. But then at the same time, that's her branding, right? Her whole branding is that. But
oh, you should. You should invite them on. I think
you should. I think
because I have a touch.
Hey, white banana, do me a favor, book me a trans. You know what? Maybe I will
and book the buff guy too. Bring them all on.
So as you remember last week, I said about our government, I said I needed to leave a voicemail. Right? Well, I received a letter from the United States government.
Oh, finally.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and cover up my address due to sociopaths. But here's what the government sent me. It's a blank piece of paper with my address on it.
Why?
That's all that's in it. They sent me blank piece of paper.
So why do we pay taxes? What's up with them?
When I opened this, I did laugh for like a couple of minutes. It was probably like the first genuine laugh of fuck my life this week because I was like, oh, it's here already. Oh my god, that was so quick. I opened it up, fucking blank. Well. Oh, and another topic that we'll move along to, which is probably unnecessary to bring up. The sheriffs by where I am are using drones now for speeding with the officers. So while I'm driving, perhaps on the 101, the 110, the 123, the 5, the 90, we don't really know where I live. But every time I'm zooming down the highway there, I look up and there's the drones following the cars. And then when I go down, there's the police officers on the motorcycles. And I saw a video on how this is how they're doing it now. They can zoom in on a car and they'll tell you how fast you're going and then down the line. So when you're on the highway, check it out. Look up. If you see a drone, slow down. I flipped it off.
Tiny Tim's TikToks.
I figured you'd like that one.
I do.
That look That look.
Yeah.
You could have killed him.
Yeah, play that shit right.
Watermelon Man. Which is
Cantaloupe Island. I love me the fruits, you know.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that. I'm a big Miles Davis fan. I like him because he didn't, because he's get the fuck away from me. Like anytime like some preppy white people from Connecticut would show up, he'd be like, "Get the fuck away from my table. You don't know nothing but jazz. Fuck you. Fuck
nah,
you."
Herbert said he would change what he did to make your shit right. That's how Miles was. So he wasn't a dick like that. He wasn't like a James Brown, like, you know, you got docked money.
Well, what? Throw me a
I'm surprised
decade.
Bootsy and those guys weren't like, what the fuck do you play, nigga? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't own me. You know?
What's your favorite Miles Davis? 60s, 70s, or 80s? And you can't say 80s. So.
I mean,
or late 50s.
Birth of the Cool, Kind of Blue, or It's a Bitch's Brew are all three great albums.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Learn some jazz, bitches.
One of the key questions I ask patients is how long they're sitting on the toilet. And it's amazing when you get these stories. I take a book in there and I'm there for 30 to 45 minutes, and I exhort them not to do that. That fatigues the perineum. It's not a good situation for them to do. So I tell them no more than 5 minutes, and really that's pushing it, not to make a pun. But then get up, walk around, and heed your next call.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get hard on that guy. You see all that alphabet soup on his name? I mean, damn, doctor is good enough.
Who are you trying to make happy? Your father will never love you. Brooks D. Cash. That's a kind of a badass name.
Yeah, he's like, you can make it out the cast.
That's kind of like a country name.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Brooks
I mean,
I've Brooks and Cash.
I've seen
Johnny
people
Cash.
like fold up the newspaper and walk in there. I don't do that. I'm like in and out. You need a squatty potty.
That's how hot it is in Arizona. They've taken what looks like a gas-powered generator, and they've hooked it up to an air conditioner. So it's blowing air conditioning into the car.
Yeah. That is the classic MIG rig if I've ever seen one.
Okay. Which is a fine company. Now, this probably costs pretty close to what the car costs. I mean, that's got to be, what, an early 90s Toyota. How much? That's a couple K?
It can be expensive to fix air conditioning. Like in my car, I've had to get it redone several times. Like they may have already had the generator in the AC. That's the only way you would rig it this way. You wouldn't go buy this stuff.
Yes. This is how you reduce costs for air conditioning. If you already own a gas-powered generator and an air conditioning, some wire, we can fix any Japanese or domestic automobile. No German. This is a very Agatha Christie-esque. Right? The man's scratching his ass. He takes it out, gives it a little smell, looks at it.
Well, maybe he thought it shit himself when he was checking.
Gives it a little taste.
Did he lick it too?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, see, that went to a whole third tertiary is the word level. Oh god.
This is why I try to stay off public transportation. This is who is on it.
I did take the Amtrak like that once. I mean, I didn't do that, but I mean, I know exactly that dining car sits.
Let me ask you a question. Is this too much to get delivery services?
Look at this crazy shit, man. Like, for real, bro. She want me to hit her.
No, I just want you to put the refrigerator in the house. We lift that thing. We don't even have a dolly.
She want me to hit her.
No.
I would just ran her over.
The mental illness you have to climb under a 6-ton truck vehicle, and she's calling the police or Best Buy or whatever.
It's been delivered.
She doesn't.
You
She
didn't pay
doesn't
for
have a
installation.
dolly. She doesn't
You
have a
didn't pay for
dolly.
installation.
So
You
what
didn't
else
pay
would-
for installation.
Yeah. When I bought a new washing machine,
She should have just gave him some tip cash, and he would have took it in there. Pay the fucking $20, you cheap bitch.
yeah, I just bought a new washer actually last week.
Oh,
And,
look at you, white privilege, a man with means,
Well, you
a
want
house and a washer
Okay.
and a
Well,
baby. You just walk outside anytime, no curfew.
you think
Don't know
so?
my life. He also could have just got out and dragged her out of there. He pulled her by the arms. I would have threw her across the street and fucking got out of there.
That pun was so good. Listen to it. Listen to the feel. Right there. Right
But the
there.
lucky man is the other guy, right?
Well, I don't know if getting smashed by another man in the face.
No, he didn't, right? Didn't he pass him on the left? That's why he
No, he landed on top of him.
No. The other guy was lucky. He's like, thank you for breaking my fall.
See, when he first
Did he have
fought-
nothing? He was holding on to nothing. Oh, he had a.
He's got the rope. Right here. He's freaking out here, but notice he takes the pause when he realizes, oh, I'm falling. That is the sound of a man who is the luckiest man alive. Would you
But he
ever do
also-
this? Would you ever go mountain climbing or whatever?
This is white people
This
stuff.
is
That's why you
definitely
never
white
see
people
that.
shit.
Actually, though, the guy who one of the first people to climb Everest first was black guy, right? Matthew Henson or whatever his name.
Well, I think they were Himalayan. I don't think you guys can
Oh,
count
I
them.
see.
Happy and motherfucking know, clap your motherfucking hands. If you're fucking happy and you motherfucking know, clap your motherfucking hands. If you're fucking happy and you motherfucking know it, and you really motherfucking want to motherfucking show it. If you're motherfucking happy and you motherfucking know it, clap your motherfucking hands.
Bitches couldn't even spell inches. Y'all bitches really could never. I'm giving you body. Just got my body done. Back to Miami, please.
My body is becoming every day a little bit more and more like this. I think we have.
You wish you could flaunt it like this.
This makes me want to have men's nipples also be need to cover up. I think that's the first law that we should work on. If women can't take their nips out, I also believe that men should be nippleless. No nipples allowed in public.
Yeah, I mean, nipple to nipple, breast to breast. I don't know. I don't think now with nudity on Instagram, I see just naked butts. I think people are flying by the radar.
They're wearing the thing that makes you a corset kind of thing. But it does not really work. Like, he's got to get a larger, or they have to get a.
But the thing is that they feel this is a good body. That's what they've done.
It's not. It's not. I think even the shittiest doctor at like Loyola Marymount or whatever crap's going would clearly say unhealthy. This is another DJ one for Hazy Fox, Saturdays 2 p.m. There you go. It's not funny, but that's for you, Hazy Fox.
Oh, it's blue. It's blue. Yeah.
Blue?
Heresy.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What? It's chocolate. Man.
We're having a black baby!
This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. You follow me, Brian Sturges Comedy, Mr. Brian Sturges, Black Cliff Beach Music, Timothy Hall _Archery, maybe still, I don't know. 1192 Studios, Hazy Fox, Timmy P, UNT mugs. Anything else you want to talk about? That mug, look how that mug matches you, baby. You look good. That mug makes that, you look hot. Only hot guys drink from that mug. Only hot goat throats. Is that the thing? Out of that mug. That's right. Comment below for your chance to pay for your own mug. And we'll, want to take us out, bud?
And we will see you next Tuesday, bitches. That felt anticlimactic.
Perfect.
But whoa there, thinking. Don't think that.
That's enough now. Don't speak like that. Have great times, great moments. And you know, they can't take those moments away from you.
Oh God.
The moment stealers.
I hate you trendy modern wankers and everything you represent.